Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. So I want to show you the next point I'm watching to potentially open a long. I'm going to go through a few charts and show you confluence between these targets and why that looks like a likely point to long if that breaks the next major support level below, as well as timing for that next ring. We're expecting a big move. So if you watched the previous video, guys, I told you I was shorting 108,500, why I shorted that point, and I also showed you a technique I use to create these fib channels to show you points to long and short. So if you didn't watch that video, go back and watch it. I do teach you that. And in going forward, guys, I will show you more of these techniques. So if you don't mind leaving a like, I would appreciate it. I'll link this video now if you want to check it out. So let's go through some of these charts. Before I do that, guys, if you're going to get into leverage trading, Coincatch is a great option. It's no KYC. If you want to sign up, that link's pinned in the first comment description. This is a tutorial on how to set up an account, create your account, transfer funds to your futures account to trade, and how to use the trading tools on Coincatch. I'll also discuss no KYC and VPN, how you can use that to your advantage. I'll link this video now if you want to check it out. So again, we got rejected at 108,500. It was a fantastic short. Our resistance was 102,900. I mentioned in the previous video and in Discord about this yellow line right here. Every time we break below that line, we always are in profit. So remember what I said about that yellow line below. When we break it, when we break below it, pretty much guaranteed a scalp short and profit. I was talking about this yellow line, and you see we broke below it and we dropped. Also the Dow did fill that gap. We'll cover that in just a sec. So again, you can see 108,500, this fib channel line right up here. That's where we got rejected. That's where I shorted. We do have confluence for the next point too long. Cover that in just a sec. I did want to show you this, guys. This was the CPI inflation rate. I actually charted this. I published this on August 6, 2022. If I hit play, you notice we came down and caught a perfect bounce right on this fib channel line. So it's amazing these fib channels actually work for the CPI, for the inflation data. We got a bounce here. So I basically just charted this entire thing. And I think it's wild that we came down and found a bounce right on this line. This is the actual chart. So our resistance, and again, I charted it. It seems to be playing. We'll see. But our resistance right now is around 2.75. We get above that and hold, we could be looking at, again, there's a tariff war that's possibly going to be going on. You heard what Fed, Jerome Powell said that they're going to start decreasing. They were going to lower interest rates faster. Now it's going to be a little slower. They might actually reverse and have to stop lowering interest rates, or actually raise interest rates if inflation starts pushing up. But I just think it's wild to see that we bounced right on that this fib channel line here. Next major resistance above is around 4.92, which would not be good for inflation. As I mentioned in that previous video, I did expect the Dow to come down to fill this gap. Again, remember the indices typically move together. So that did play out, that short played out. So I want to give you a point too long, and I'm also going to give you distance to that ring. Potentially, that's what I'm expecting the next big move. So let's go back to this chart really quick. So this is the H1 chart. This is the hourly. You can see we are holding support right now on this line right here. And guys, these charts are shareable. If you sign up to my website, it's opticrypto.com. If you want to sign up and then cancel after you sign up, these are shareable, so you can save these charts as your own. But basically, this line right here, so I've taken the time to map out the direction of price. So you can see if I move this yellow line up, this red line up, I just moved up a trend line to this point. Price is respecting. So you can basically find these targets. I took the time to map it out. But this is going to be your most key support. So right now we're holding at 99,800 around that area. If that breaks, the next point that I would like to chance along would be down around 97,500 to potentially 96,500. We could get a little wick below that, but that looks to be the next strongest support level that I'm seeing, and I'll give you the levels if we break that. And the reason I say this, notice, and if you go back, you can look and see why. And again, that last video I put up, I showed you how I create these fib channels, or how I set them up. But you can see how important of level this is: resistance, resistance, support, 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 support. So obviously that would be the next point to go long. But we have further confluence on the weekly chart. You can see right here. We got rejected at this fib channel line I talked about 2 videos back. We got a rejection at this point. You can see this channel right here. This is our resistance, and you can see this is our support. So if we bring this down, you can see if we come straight down around 96,000, well, it could be right around 96,000 or higher, but around 96,200 around that area. Looks like, well, if this is the channel we're in, that would be support. Obviously, if that breaks, well, we could be going a lot lower, and that is where this chart will come in. So your current resistance, this is the daily chart, by the way, the D1 chart. Your current major resistance is 101,000, let's just say 102,000. If that breaks, guys, so if we break below 96,500, 96,000, the next major support level I have would be all the way down here around 92,000. Obviously, if we came down today, they'd be around 91,500. But that's the next most critical support level I have below on the D1 chart. And remember, your strongest support level, so if this just started tanking, if 91,000 or 92,000 became resistance, the next strongest support level I have is in around 81,800. Again, if you remember me talking about a yellow, orange, and red trend line, or macro trend line that goes back to the beginning of Bitcoin, this is the first strongest support level I have. So if we started tanking, I would definitely open a short. I would open a long around 82,000. But just to recap really quick, guys, I'm watching 97,400 to 96,600. This is in confluence with this target here. This would be a channel that we're currently in on the weekly to come down and test that. And if that breaks, guys, again, like I said, pay attention to 92,000 around that area. So those are the current levels I'm watching. And now let me give you timing for that ring, guys. So this is, again, remember what I was talking about. I said it could be a cycle top. Now, we don't know that. I just wanted to short it because it looked possible. I was showing you that this arc or this curve, encompasses all of our peaks. Starts here, peak here, make contact twice, right? So again, that's why I decided to short it, just because we had this this fib line here, and this was the top of this curve that looked like the likely point to short. So again, if we continue down, we break below 96,000. Maybe it was a top, we'll know. But that ring, I can tell you this, and if you go back and watch 2 videos back, I did go in detail about this ring. But we are currently, and remember, this is on the weekly. So we are about 105 days, maybe 112 days to make contact with that ring. I'm expecting when we make contact with that ring, either we'll get a large move to the upside, or when we cross it, we could get a large move to the downside. So roughly 112, 115 days before that move, depends on where price is. Remember, you get access to this chart, and then you can watch it live. But those are the key levels I'm watching, and just remember, this is currently, this is right around the 7th of April. We'll have crossed it by mid-April. So just pay attention to that. I'm expecting a major move at this point. You can see the weekly MACD is way overextended. Looks like it's about to come down, and the RSI is pretty much topped out. So again, those are the key levels I'm watching, guys. Again, if you want to get a leverage trading, Coincatch is a great option. No KYC. The link to sign up is pinned in the first comment description. Do you watch this tutorial video? This will also be pinned in the first comment description. And if you want to watch that last video I put up, guys, I did teach you a little charting technique, and I will continue to show you these techniques going forward. Guys, if you want to leave a like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. I say, guys, trade smart. I'm out.